Hey everybody, it's your weekly Sunday morning live stream from Amazing Fantasy Football with myself and my cohort, Joshua.
That's me.
How's your Sunday morning going?
I'm all right. I made some dog treats from scratch already today. Took her for a walk.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So you got up early on this fallback Sunday?
I don't know. Got up about the same time I always do, early.
Yeah, that's a good point. You do always get up early. I do not. I milked it for all it's worth, but I'm here on time, folks. Yeah, I don't know. We got a couple of tidbits of news today. Nothing too crazy. 99% injury related. I don't know. I think
no more trades to be had. So,
yeah, well, not in fantasy, that is. But yeah, in real life, there's no trades. But there's always other types of news besides injury in the NFL, and there's just a couple of those today. I don't know. Very likely to be a great Sunday. I don't know. Let's see. No Cowboys though. Boo.
So it's going to be a great Sunday.
No. I still haven't seen last week's game. I meant to rewatch it. As you know, I was at the pumpkin patch and I listened to the whole thing, and they played really well, at least eventually.
Are you done with pumpkin patches? Are you all patched out this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I only went to that one. May I point out? But no. Just because you hate pumpkin patches, dude, doesn't make.
I think they're lame as hell. But it sounds like your pumpkin patches are a lot more exciting than the one that is close to me. So
it could be. Always.
I think I'm judging all pumpkin patches based on the one horse pumpkin patch that we have. That's like a mile and a half.
I mean, you gotta have a hayride. You gotta have a literal pumpkin patch, maybe even an apple orchard. Maybe a corn maze. Corn mazes are cool. I kind of like corn mazes.
Nope, we have a pumpkin patch, and that's about all it is.
Where is?
There's a pumpkin patch. There's a place where you can pay for the pumpkins, and then there's like a playground. That's it.
All right, we got a couple folks chiming in early. I miss. Doc says Lego, as in let's go. He says he was up early-ish at a.m. 8 a.m. ZC asking for a friend. Oh man,
I was up at 6:30.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is you were up early despite the.
I get up at like 4 every other day.
ZC says he can't decide. He switched it 3 times. Asking for a friend, Tyler Boyd or Jacoby Myers in his wide receiver 2 spot. Got a schedule right here. Cincy, I should know that one off the top of my head. Oh, well, New England plays Indy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Boyd plays the Panthers.
Yeah.
I'd hope for a bounce back from Boyd. I don't think he was terribly impressive last week, although Burrow's numbers ended up being pretty decent, pretty good, actually, 20-something,
yeah.
I think.
Are they playing the Panthers this week? Is that right? The Bengals?
Yes, correct. I thought I said that, but I may not have finished my sentence. I
don't listen to you anyways.
Boyd, but Myers is such a target hog. I don't know anything about their particular cornerback situations.
In Indy, pretty good, unless he's going up against Kenny Moore, who is not good. But otherwise, the 2 other guys, Fascion, forgive me, I don't really know how to pronounce his name, and then the aged Stephon Gilmore are both playing rather well.
Okay, good. Yeah, I have heard you say that a couple of times about Gilmore.
Yeah, surprisingly well. I might go watch that game today, Chris. I just might. That means I'm going to get drunk. Oops. No, not good.
Boyd. I'm going to go Boyd. It's at Bengals. It's at Cincy. I'm going to go Boyd. I'm going to stick to my original kind of thing there. But it's close, man. I'm glad we could be of help.
I'm going to go Jacoby Myers just to really spice it up.
I knew it.
Honestly, I think let me look into it. Keep going through the news, and I'm gonna look through sift through my papers and all that, and I'll get back to you on it.
Dr. Zoomer is about as much help as you and I. He says that's very close. Myers is the highest target, one of the highest target share wide receivers in the league, but Boyd is obviously in a better offense. I think.
Yeah, and like a targets per game thing. Yeah, Jacoby Myers is up there.
Yeah, so CC's laughing. Yeah, so don't feel bad. It is real close. I think we can all agree on that. But I'm going Boyd.
I'll give you a real answer here in a second, and I'll use you. Flap your gums away about this or that.
Good to me. Let's get rolling with the news and injury updates. I went in order position here, and I don't have any quarterback news. If that's whatever that's worth. Colts
Is
coach
Ryan
Frank...
Tannehill going to play?
I don't know. I bet I could find out real quick though.
Anyways, keep going.
I am. Frank Reich says running back Jonathan Taylor is out for Sunday's game. Running back Cam Akers for the Rams will be active today, and his role will only ramp up after this weekend.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
Right?
Speaking of more eye-rolling running backs, for different reasons, not lack of talent or Achilles injuries, DeAndre Swift is expected to remain in a, quote, limited role today.
Uh-huh.
James Conner for the Cardinals expected to return versus Seattle.
Whoop.
Strongly considering dropping Eno. The Falcons are activating running back Cordero Patterson off IR today. This is a day or two ago report. Sources say he'll be back in action today versus the Chargers after practicing all week. So I don't see why he would be held back. Running back Damian Harris for the Patriots, listed as questionable for Sunday due to an illness, is unlikely to play versus the Colts. For source.
Ramondre Stevenson, go!
Wheels up, yeah. Just like every flipping week for the past several weeks now, it seems like. He has been great. Where were we here? Chuba Hubbard for the Panthers is out today.
Yep. Bummer.
Jets, this is a relatively one I saw pop up. I think it might still be a day old. Jets running back James Robinson to the injury report, and he's now questionable with a knee injury. So we might get a quick little update on him before we let y'all go.
Yeah, it sounds like he might not play.
That statement kind of says it. Zoomer says, thanks again for Ramondre. Yeah. I'm done in that league. That was Robinson. Eckler, abdomen, is off the injury report and will play Sunday versus the Falcons, which is a good thing because the entire rest of the Chargers team is dead, literally.
Not Josh Palmer and not Herbie.
More bad injury news for the Chargers. Keenan Allen, hamstring. Mike Williams, ankle. Tight end Donald Parham Jr., hamstring, are all out this week. Gerald Everett, obviously Eckler, Palmer, going to get extra looks, I would assume. Here we go. I love the gift that was shared with this. I'm not a wrestling guy, but I'll get to it in a second. New Chiefs wide receiver Kadarius Toney has recovered from the grade 2 hamstring pull he suffered in week 2 while playing for the Giants. He could have played for KC last week, but the bye week gave him one more week to get healthy, and he will be active tonight versus the Titans. The gift that was shared was that famous wrestling guy. I don't know his name. I'd have to look at it, where he has like a cast in a wheelchair. He rips off the blanket off his lap, and is like it's a fake, literally a fake cast, like in the air, and his actual legs are like fine, and he gets up and walks away. I was like, that's so hilarious.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
It's a gift. It's a famous gift. I think it's still here. Here it is.
Never seen it.
Is that the show? I think that's the show. Big guy with a blonde ponytail.
No idea.
Okay, well, I'm telling you.
I don't know wrestlers. I could care less. Let's keep rolling.
But I know GIFs, and I know that one.
I think they're pronounced GIFs.
Oh, whatever. I refuse to change. I know I'm wrong, and I refuse to change. Hey,
you're right. No, you're right. I'm just being an asshole.
I don't know. Whatever. Where are we here with the tight ends? Couple tight ends here. Just talked to Vikings head. I didn't, but whoever made this tweet did. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell told him newly acquired tight end TJ Hawkinson is going to play a lot today. They started working with him around 10 p.m. Tuesday, and he'll be in most packages today against the Commanders. Raiders tight end Darren Waller, listed as questionable for Sunday due to a hamstring injury, still is not fully healthy and is unlikely to play versus the Jaguars, per source. Wow. Ravens tight end Mark Andrews and running back Gus Edwards are listed as doubtful for Monday night's game. So we may not get a last-minute update for them today for you guys, because it's the last game of the week, so I'm just going to assume they're not playing. Doubtful is usually just that.
Just what?
Just that. They're doubtful. It's like a 98%, 2% chance to play. Everett has been really solid as a streamer. I don't know if you can call him a streamer anymore. He's probably like the tight end 7 on the air, off the top of my head. But yeah, he definitely started as a streamer, and these unfortunate injuries to the entire Chargers team have vaulted him in target share a bit. Coming right off the news, I think I've got a pretty reasonable asking for a friend. Would you flex?
That's the news. My news was like 2 pages long.
For today?
On Thursday, yeah.
That's Thursday.
Yeah. Anyways.
Where was I going? What league is that? Anyway, would you flex if you have Gerald Everett and Isaiah Likely? Would you flex Likely because he's the Monday game in lieu of? Too many tabs open. Yeah.
No, because I actually have that option against you this week in Dynasty. I'm not going to do it.
Likely. So it must be the other league. Let me see, though. It's pretty thin. I'm a very bad team.
That's not surprising.
Here's another tidbit kind of related to that same lineup. MVS. I picked him up as a desperation start at wide receiver because I had nobody else.
Like it.
With Kadarius back with Kadarius Toney miraculously healed.
I think his injury was the Giants.
I know, that was the funny thing about the GIF. It was just like, oh, suddenly I'm okay. Or like Paul Pierce back in the day when he was like, oh my God, I'm so injured. He had to like go poo in the locker room.
The wrestler?
No. I switched gears. I said Paul Pierce.
What is he, a wrestler? I don't know who the hell you're talking about.
He played basketball for the Celtics? Oh my God.
Nope.
You were up early. Is your brain mush?
No. I'm just busy.
You've never heard of Paul Pierce. You're lying through your teeth. So, yeah, MVS, decent dart throw, I suppose, but Kadarius Toney worries me a little bit. The other likely candidates were...
Oh, God.
Nyheim Hines, that's really it. Nyheim Hines, or let's assume we have Everett over likely because of matchup and just a butt ton. Well, most should get a butt ton of targets. So Isaiah Likely or Nyheim Hines is the question.
Hines.
OPPR.
Who are the Bills playing again?
Jets.
Hines. I mean, Likely could very easily. I'm avoiding the easy pun there. It could easily have a really good game this week because there aren't a lot of receiving weapons for Baltimore right now. But you can also flip that script and say there aren't a lot of receiving weapons, therefore they only really have to focus on Likely.
Yeah, you could say that every week.
I know. I'm just like, but here's the thing: the Saints are really good against the tight end. They're really good. They have allowed the least amount of points per game to the tight end position
versus running backs. Not that you're not going to start Eckler, but they're a good defense. To your point,
Eckler.
Wrong matchup. Sorry. They're also really good against the running back. I mean, who is it? Drake for Baltimore. Drake and Hill.
Most likely, yeah. No pun intended.
It's almost unavoidable. Doc.
I know.
Doc says I'm streaming Conklin this week. LOL. He was almost my streamer this week. Doc in the big show on Thursday. I pivoted because it's an awful matchup.
And he is the tight end 7, so it's kind of hard to call him a streamer.
Well, he's a tight end 7 because of his great week last week. I mean, you can chase touchdowns.
No, he's had good weeks before that week too.
He has, but it had a lot to do with 2 touchdowns last week.
He was at one point he was a tight end 4 on the season.
Yeah, it's still a really bad matchup.
Several weeks ago.
And he's also had like a bunch of duds in between there too.
Yep, I know.
He's very volatile, which
isn't every tight end?
Exactly. So I can understand Doc being quote unquote desperate there. Go with it was Likely and Gesicki. Gesicki was my pivot from Conklin. Again, one of the most touchdown dependent tight ends. Worst target volume, but I just did not like that matchup for Conklin. But by all means, stick with him, dude. Don't let me talk you out of him. I'm just giving you some context there. Good morning, Wonder Tech. Anybody else got any lineup questions? Any conundrums, if you will?
Now I'm kind of hamstrung into the rosters that I have
Because
for
of who's available.
injuries and bye weeks and whatever. So I'm just kind of meh.
Just kind of.
It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll ask you one here. AJ Dillon against Detroit or Naeem Hines against the Jets? Dillon has been a little lackluster, for lack of a better term. He had one good week, and then since then he's had failed to reach 10 points every single week.
Sorry, who's Buffalo? We just said it in the last matchup. Buffalo is playing whom? Jets. I'm gonna go Dillon. I mean, full PPR, I'll go Hines. I just don't think they're gonna have Hines on the field a shit ton. I don't think they're gonna be throwing a ton. I think they're gonna take care of business against Jets. Although the Jets defense has been good, like you said. Sure. I'm gonna go with the get right narrative for the Green Bay offense, which should hand Dillon, even though he's only getting 10 or 11 carries, his snaps have gone down. I'm hoping for a red zone carry or two. It's in. That's how I'm gonna go Dillon. And I'm still on the likely side of things with likely versus Hines, contrary to what you said. So that influences my opinion a little bit too.
Go the opposite of what I say. Gotcha.
Yeah, right. I picked up Hines. I just don't know if this is the week. The first week, should I say, that he got there. Did I tout him? Did I make him a running back this week? I don't think so. Watch, he's going to be my last running back. Yep, he was my last. So I am contradicting myself as we speak.
I'm not surprised.
It's close.
What did you say about Alan Lazard this week?
You mean injury-wise?
Yeah.
Dead.
What?
I said absolutely nothing. Questionable.
Oh, thanks.
Remained limited during the Packers practice on Friday. As a result, he's questionable. No, I feel like he's probably going to go.
I think so, too.
What time is that?
It's at noon.
Well, we should know any minute now. Officially. Something pop up on chat. Oh, are we playing each other, Doc? Are you serious? Oh, God. Anyway, he says I have a vested interest in Coughlin.
Tua or Kyler this week? Tua. Yes, yeah, definitely Tua.
He's got a really good matchup, doesn't he?
Kyler's got an okay one and with Seattle, but I can't trust Kyler Murray. Like, he's just been. I don't think it's all his fault this year, but I'm having a hard time. If those are my options, Tua all the way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'd agree.
Now, if it was like Kyler or Derek Carr, I'd be like, probably Kyler. Or Kyler, Aaron Rodgers. I'd be like, I don't know, it might be Aaron Rodgers this week, but damn close.
Push back his 6-point rushing touchdown, 4-point passing touchdown league. That would lean a little bit more towards Kyler. I'm still going Tua.
Yeah, it sounds like you're getting a little too cute with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. But Tyler's more likely to score on the ground. Tua does not run very much. He run behind the line, but I think I glanced at his rushing stats the other day. I was like, oh, okay, well.
Yeah, he's not.
He wasn't touted as a.
No, he can run. He's not Peyton Manning. Oh my God, watching that guy run. But I would liken him to like a Andrew Luck. Can run but isn't the greatest at it.
Yeah, but Luck was like a fullback when he ran. I mean, injuries. That's duh.
I was gonna say, look what happened to him.
Look what happened. Exactly. Hey, throw two out there too. Although that was actually behind the line of scrimmage on a pass play.
Yeah, he got himself. He got himself creamed.
In the league I have him in, the Friends with Benefits League. Did I hold on to an extra quarterback? No.
Are you talking about Tua?
Yeah, for the while there, I had Gino also, I think, and I was doing the 2 quarterback thing. Not because I don't think Tua is a Like, I don't think you need a streamer with Tua. It's just at any moment he could be done for the year, or at least
Yeah, you could say that about anyone else.
I know
too,
it's just the concussion thing, more susceptible to it, and so.
Or he could go the rest of his life without getting another one too. So
I strongly doubt that if he continues to play football.
I said he could.
I think it is unlikely.
Want to make a bet on it?
There's a reason why I made him the thumbnail. That's why I have to start him over Hines, because I made him the thumbnail.
Okay.
Logic, folks. Logic.
Apparently it doesn't exist in Illinois.
Hey, I resent that remark.
Or resemble. One of the two.
I was leaving that low-hanging fruit dad joke for you, sir.
I'm practicing for when I become a dad.
Yeah, whoa. That would be... I would, yeah.
Not very likely. Yes, it would.
Yes, exactly. He said, Doc says Kyber is QB6 in that league. Yeah, but 2 has missed games. At least 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just wondering if Seattle game was likely to turn into a shooter or not. But Seattle defense has been looking good.
To correct Doc there, the Bears lost their best 2 defensive players.
Yeah, that's probably the straw that broke the camel's back there for me. That's probably if I wanted to make it as close as you're just arguing, playing devil's advocate, I'd say that the fact they lost Roquan Smith would be enough for me to be like, okay.
And Robert Quinn.
And Rob Quinn, thank you. So no, I say no pass rush. Less pass rush, and Roquan is an off-the-ball linebacker, so he covers very, very well. And I think Waddle gets a lot of underneath stuff, a lot of crossers.
They both do.
They both do, but they also go deep. I'm just saying. LOL, fair.
Unlike me.
Yes, you do not go deep. You go very shallow, very quick.
You would know. I'm being Wonder Tech to the punch.
Right. What we sitting at 30 minutes, 22 minutes only. Okay, got a little bit.
You got another pumpkin patch to go to? You itching to get the hell out of here?
No, I got a shower to fix.
Ready to patch it up?
See, got to get it done. And watch some football too.
Do you only have the one shower in your house?
No.
Oh, you got one in your bathroom in
basement hall.
No.
Yeah, I got one upstairs in the kids' bath, the hallway bath, the kids' bath.
Where's the other one at?
Technically, there's one in the basement, but there's no basin, there's no tile, there's no nothing. But it's roughed in.
It's a chemical shower for all those hazardous chemicals you're handling down there. Like Astroglide and, amyl nitrates and, stuff like that.
Oh, man, this show just took a turn. Just went off the rails, folks.
I was off the rails before. It's definitely...
That's fair. This is what happens when we don't have any lineup questions. Well, that's not true. We've had actually a couple good ones. I don't have any that I can think of, except for the ones I already asked. Dense, nobody cares. I could ask who to drop. Would you drop? No, let's just ask it anyway. For a defense to start this week, since I have Denver and they're on a bye.
What now?
I don't normally hold a defense, but given the guys on my bench that are very droppable, like Eno, I guess Dylan's not. I said I would start him over Gus Edwards. It's so bad.
Pick 2: Mooney, Hawk, or Likely. I'm gonna go with Mooney and Hawkinson.
Hate Likely this week, don't you?
I really hate that match. It's the matchup, man. It's a bad matchup. When you're telling me that the Saints are only giving up like 6 points per game to the tight end position, out.
You also hate Lamar.
I just don't think he's playing very well this year.
Mooney is playing.
Mooney and Likely are very, 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 very close, but I'm benching Likely this week. I'm gonna be so freaking wrong. I can just feel it in my bones. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so anti-likely this week that it's like he's gonna go off. You're gonna rub it in my face, and I'm gonna just hang my head in shame. You know this is gonna happen.
I know. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna try to answer Git's questions. I'm gonna go Likely and Mooney to avoid starting 2 tight ends. Likely and Mooney.
Wow.
I mean, we got the report that Hawkins is gonna be very involved.
Yeah. Got a new toy. Got to play with it.
He's been so inconsistent.
That really had some.
I mean, it took how much to get him a 40-point game? His entire receiving core being dead. I keep saying that today. I should be nicer. Yeah, I'm going to go Likely and Mooney.
He was thinking both tight ends, which is also a viable strategy, too.
It is. I think I'm going to do it in the league. I'm going Likely and Everett over Hines.
See, that one I think is a lot closer, but...
Well, yeah, Everett over Hawkinson this week for sure. Clearly.
No, I know I meant like Hines and Likely. I think Mooney's going to have a good game. I think the Bears are really going to have to try and chuck the ball to keep up.
They've been trending up. Obviously Fields, the passing game, a little.
A little.
Dr. Zimmer, honest question, Hardware. What do you think would be fair compensation for Nuke in our ZTT league? And do you think Claypool will be good in Chicago? No, I do not think Claypool will be good in Chicago.
Not this year.
No, I do not think Claypool will be good in Chicago. Fair compensation for Nuke. I mean, I don't know. A starting running back, I would think. Maybe not necessarily an RB1, just a guy you can put in your RB2 slot. Starting running back. Full PPR. Hopkins has looked good, man.
It's only been what, one game or a couple games?
2 games.
And okay, yeah. It's been. I knew he was good in the one, and I couldn't remember if there was another one in there or not.
Okay. Yeah, I think last week it was like the wide receiver 1 or 2.
Something like
Pretty
that.
Pretty
darn good.
27.
We got another question. Another question. Angel Serrano, bench 1: Lockett, Godwin, or Jamal Williams?
I'm not benching Jamal.
I looked at Godwin earlier today, like as kind of like maybe a trade for in Dynasty, and I'm gonna go Lockett and Jamal. I think because Godwin hasn't been all that great. It's a okay matchup for Godwin too, but I
think Evans is more highly ranked, and I think he's just going to suck up a lot of targets over Godwin. And so yeah, I'll go Lockett and Jamal. He's also
we agreed on something.
Yeah, right. Lockett and Jamal got a DST question tagged along with that. I've had some of the same conundrum this morning, Angel. I think I'm going KC over Cincy and Baltimore. Let me look who Baltimore has again real quick.
The Saints.
Saints have been scoring a tad. I'm going to go KC.
Is it weird that Andy Dalton is like the best quarterback they've had since Drew Brees retired?
So weird.
And even then, Andy Dalton might be better than Drew Brees' last season.
Right. I'm going to go KC. It's Kansas City at home Sunday night. I think it's
Titans, right?
Yeah, I think Kansas City's going to score on the Titans. Even though Titans defense is really good lately, I think KC's going to score on them, forcing, I believe, what is going to be Tannehill. Basically, I'm counting on Tannehill or
he's a game time decision, Wilkes? And they're saying it's coming down to a wire. Not that anyone's starting Ryan Tannehill in Dynasty or in Fantasy, but
or the rookie. I just count on them throwing one pick, one of them.
What's the rookie's name again?
I can't remember. Malik Willis.
There you go.
It's all over their place.
The guy that you would have bet if you actually received a freaking paycheck, you deadbeat. You would have bet a paycheck that Willis was going to Pittsburgh, and I'm like, I don't think so, man.
Yep. I signed up to go against the whole Pittsburgh narrative, the whole hometown boy narrative. I was like, nah. They want.
Do you think Malik Willis went up to what is it, Mike Vrabel, the head coach for the Titans last week, and it was just like, dude, y'all let me throw the ball like 10 times?
Yeah, that's sad. Yeah. So again, yeah, Kansas City for that one. And thank you very much, Angel, for the compliment. He says, new to the live. Keep up the great work. Thanks, man. Subscribe button is down below. That'll help the algorithm and our pocketbooks one day.
No.
Newcastle had a ton of targets and yards. Yes, he has. What ton? That's 27 targets in 2 weeks.
What does that average out to, Chris?
13 and a half.
There you go.
Not an idiot. Jeez.
You said it, not me.
Should make my own change all the time. Remember?
Change?
And I was a cashier.
Change? Yes. You freaking boomer! You use cash? Jesus.
Yeah, as a server, a bartender. Jesus. At work.
I'm ashamed to know you.
I mean, I guess the computer would do it behind the bar, but lots of times I wouldn't have to think about it. But yeah, being my own bank as a server / bartender, and literally working at a bank, not actually as a credit union, but you know what I'm saying. As a teller, a vault teller. Yeah, I can do math, but not trigonometry, not algebra, not very well anyway.
Doc says, battle of the backup running backs today. I don't know if Jamal Williams is really the backup anymore. But AJ Dillon or Jamal Williams, and the answer to that question is Jamal all the way.
Running away. Missed the pun. Dang, thought you were training for dad jokes. It's Jamal running away. Running back.
I would have hit you if you were sitting right next to me.
Because it was that good. And he's jealous.
No.
Oh, it's so funny. That one wasn't that great. I'll be honest.
It really wasn't. I was going with Jamal the way.
All right, I like it.
It's still a work in progress. I'm still in training, damn it.
He does have three. Yeah, right, exactly. He does have 3 A's, meaning 2 A's at the end. So it's Jamal the way. I'm just kidding. It's a different way to spell
That's how I
Jamal.
said it. That's how I said it.
Cool, good.
Jerk.
Yeah, Swift is limited. Allegedly, Doc, and I think it was literally the head coach who had the quote saying I can't bet that right now, but I think that was it. And just red zone for Jamal. He was one of my guys this week. Or was that last week?
This week.
Yep.
I weirdly remember you saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Despite really never listening to you.
Yeah, his dud games where he hadn't scored touchdowns was against defenses that do a good job keeping RBs out of the end zone. And in the Dallas game, he actually fumbled right at the goal line, so he would have had one there too and had a fine fantasy week. So he's been pretty good, actually. High-end RB2 is what I said in my closing arguments. And hey, man, revenge game. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
And AJ Dillon is poop. So it's like a double whammy. It's like they're playing each other. Oh, that's why you said battle our backup RBs. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, I did not catch out of that until after I started talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah.
Wonder Take explaining the joke makes it way funnier and draws more eye rolls from the kids. LOL. Amen to that.
True.
Amen to that. Check the old. Still have an account, so let's check the old Twitter. States. Check the old sleeper. States. I just tweeting like him, but I don't like one player's name. Period. That's the tweet. I'm like,
what?
He's not even replying to a question. DeAndre Hopkins. Period.
Does he need to say anymore?
I know. Well, I mean, the other one was Terrace Marshall. Yeah, I think you might need to say a little bit more. He was okay, I guess, but I mean, I'm starting him in Dynasty, but I mean, let's be honest. I don't have any choices. Yeah, exactly.
It's Dynasty. You have to do those. Like,
yeah, you're gonna have those weeks on the reg when buys and injuries are bad. You're just going to
don't have a very good roster. What's gonna happen? You know.
To me.
I was just saying in general, if you don't have a very good roster, sometimes you're just forced into shit
not
decisions.
Very good. That's fair. I would say.
I wasn't necessarily poking fun of your roster. I was just making a general statement.
Yeah, I'm like, remember that quote was the Bears coach? No, the Cardinals coach that played the Bears. They are what we thought they were. It's the opposite with me.
And who was that? Who said that?
Denny Green, like the restaurant.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
he said we are who they thought they were. I said it. You were just talking over it. And it's actually the opposite. It's like I'm not what you thought I was because I'm 5-3 now. It's like, I don't know.
No, you're exactly who I thought you were. A guy who's can't even tank right.
I know
You can't win right when you're trying to win. You can't lose right when you're trying to lose. So it just
Yeah, I have to start. Well, of course, I'm starting Eckler anyway. Eckler and Singletary are really my only options at running back. That's the thing, is I'm very shallow at running back. Which is, on the flip side, is forcing me to start both Packers wide receivers, Dobbs and Lazard. So I hope he plays. The aforementioned Terrace Marshall, and I think we even mentioned Adam Thielen in the Thursday show a little bit, how we're just like,
I mentioned him. I don't like Adam Thielen this week.
This week, okay. And then Juwan Johnson at tight end. Dolphins versus the Bears instead of Cincy versus Carolina. Could go either way there. And that's it. No choices. Similar to what you said about redraft earlier, this weekend redraft earlier. It is slim pickings. Not the receiver, just.
Yeah, I'm debating whether I should start Tyler Boyd or not. Tyler Boyd or Josh Palmer. Boyd versus Carolina, Palmer versus Atlanta.
Did Boyd do last week? Not a lot. Maybe double digits?
I don't remember.
Full PPR,
I'm going to look it up.
I think I'm going to go the Chargers guy. I think I'm going to go Palmer. And a great match.
That's what I'm doing right now. Shit, that means I need to do the opposite.
Darn it.
And yeah.
Coffee is good this morning.
I could always put Likely in there too, but I like my receivers better than Likely. So
Sam Ellinger coming out party in Indy. I don't think there will ever be a Sam Ellinger coming out party unless it's of the other variety. No offense. Pretty sure he's not that way. Just making a bad joke. But no, I don't.
To which way are you referring? Either are you saying that he's gay, but then he'll never come out as a good quarterback, or he's a good quarterback, but he'll never come out as gay?
I made the joke said that he's coming out as gay because he's not a good quarterback and he will never come out for Indy or anybody else as a good quarterback. But he is not, or at least I don't think he is. So I don't mean to spread rumors about the guy. It was a bad joke. So what I am saying is no, he's not going to be having a great day today, nor will he probably ever. I think the term is noodle arm. He's a poor man's Chad Pennington. Okay.
He had some good throws last week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so in your freaking face.
But it's also at New England. Yeah, no.
Okay.
He was making a joke. He clearly.
So you say he's got a noodle arm. You're calling him gay.
Apparently, I dislike the man very much. So
that, or you know him a little too well.
No, I don't think he was very impressive at Texas. He's decent runner, more mobile than people probably give him credit for.
And he barely ran last week.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you say, Chris? What do you say we get the hell out of here?
Dude, I was just looking him up real quick. You're not at your behest because you didn't ask me to. 101 yards. Yeah, I just think there's going to be a 0 in that touchdown column most weeks. Unless it's on the ground, like I said. But, like I said, it was more of a joking statement by Doc and I. Dr. Zoomer got one more. PJ Walker or Baker. Where is that a thing? Doc, what league are you asking this question? PJ Walker or Baker? Baker's
he's the GM for the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
What do I do?
He's
Baker.
being facetious.
Or not Baker. I meant Walker. I'm like, dude, until Walker starts playing worse, you got to keep up with the Walker.
He's been fine. Yeah, let's skedaddle. 40 minutes. I think we got all our questions answered and roll. Everybody, subscribe button is down below. All the links to our Discord, Twitter. You can find me at Chris AFFB, and you can find. Did I do it wrong? at AFFB Chris. You can find Josh at Josh AFFB. We are here every Sunday morning, 10 Central. Yeah. And every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central for your amazing fantasy football viewing pleasure. Till then, good luck today. And
yes.
Yeah.
Good luck, y'all.
Adios.